I then learned a skill that I could actually control my hangovers. This was probably not a good thing to learn. I used to love the imaginary argument in the shower. So that was it for me, like, if that fucking twat says that, I'm gonna fucking say that. And if he does that, I'm gonna fucking do that. I used to do that over and over and over. And then when I first realised that as my awareness increased, I can't remember if I read it in a book or whatever, I thought, fucking I need to stop this. Now, the first time I got awareness of myself doing it, because you're unconscious of this, the first time, so I was in the middle of my argument and I went, oh, I'm doing that thing. And I didn't want to stop it. Even though I was aware that I was doing it, I didn't want to stop. I wanted to see it through. Why? Because your fucking ego, it wants you to do that. It wants you to finish the conversation. It wants you to bang the person out and tell them, fuck you, and I'm this, and you're that. It wants you to go there. So I found it really difficult, and I thought, I'll just finish off this last little bit, and then I'll stop it after this. And I was like, no, I've got to stop it now. I've just got to stop it. We have a good feeling when we're in that place, and that's why it tends to drag us there. So it was being aware of me doing it, stopping myself in mid-flow, and then I realised that, I can actually, when I get awareness of this, I don't need to finish the conversation. I can actually shift my thoughts to be in a happier place. I can put them in a place that serves me better. I then learned a skill that I could actually control my hangovers. This was probably not a good thing to learn. So I learned that, raise your hands if you've ever had a drink and the old cliche saying, be a fear. Raise your hands where you've had that the next day. It fucking feels like you shit your pants over everything, don't you? And I had to stop drinking initially because when I had my businesses, I'd run them dead easily. I'd wake up the next day after having a drink and I'd be like, fuck, I've got 10 members of staff to pay and I've got 10 vans and I've got this, and the things you just do without thinking about it, all of a sudden it's like, fuck, like this huge mountain. I thought, I can't drink. But then I learnt this skill of actually, I can control this thing. So when I was hungover and that would kick in, I'd go, I can shift that and I can put my thoughts over here instead. So it was just practicing it. It was just literally just doing it over and over again until you get better at being aware of what you're thinking and controlling it to direct where you want to be. So last one, stress. How would stress impact this? How do you feel when you're stressed? What does that do to the quality of your decisions and actions? Would you agree that none of us are operating? We operate best when we're in a flow state, okay? And that's why I'm big on environment. If you can pull yourself out and work in a different environment on your creative things, do it. If you recognize that there's a level of stress or overwhelm, take yourself out. Don't try and force through it. Do the opposite. Pull backwards. Give yourself 5 or 10 minutes. Look and go, right, have I prioritized my things? 1 to 5. Focus on just that one there. Get yourself in a better environment and a better level of thought process will come through.